it's kind of like family here. Once you get in here, everybody tries to help each other, and you know, we brainstorm off each other, and we'll help each other out when we need to.
Yeah, I think it speaks a lot. You've been here for 26 years. You know, a lot of agents, they jump from agency or broker to broker, but 26 years, it's got to be something special here.
Cheryl, what draws you to this particular area?
Born and raised. I think the younger generation is coming here so they can buy something that's more affordable than where they're at now. And then you've got the people that have been commuting, tired of commuting, ready to go back because they don't want to commute anymore.
Colin, which loan programs are most popular in West Virginia?
USDA is really big out here. It does allow for zero down, and most of the area is eligible for USDA financing, which is great. It's a great loan program. A lot of VA, FHA, and a good amount of conventional too for the even people looking at second homes out here, because it is a beautiful, beautiful state, and there's a lot to offer out there.
Very affordable housing here.
Taxes out here are lower than what you're going to see in Northern Virginia or Maryland, which is a really great thing about West Virginia. Very, very affordable housing.
So you were talking about programs for like down payment assistance and things like that. So what type of programs do you have for people that are USDA or FHA that need help with those type of things?
So USDA is great. We have very competitive pricing too, so we're able, if they don't have a lot of money for closing costs, we can, increase the rate a little bit and give them a credit to cover the closing costs in the back end. Also, if the home does appraise higher, we can increase the loan amount to up to that sales or up to that appraised value, and help roll in closing costs that way. USDA is somewhat tight as far as their debt to income ratios. So we have what's called our FHA Genoa program, which is like a typical FHA loan with 3.5% down, but then what they do is they offer you a 5% second that covers the down payment and even part of the closing costs as well. So that's a good alternative if you may not meet the parameters of USDA.
So on that FHA, is it Genoa?
Genoa, yeah.
Okay. So do the clients have to have a certain credit score for that as well?
620 is the minimum. Even with that minimum credit score, you can still qualify for that 5% second, and they actually have an option for you, so you don't have to. Once you make 3 years of payments on the first trust, that second trust is wiped away altogether.
So only 3 years.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
And it's a little bit higher in the interest rate, but once you wipe off that second trust, you're gonna have some equity in the house, and you can always refinance into a lower rate down the road.
So which one is higher, the second interest rate or the first interest rate?
The first interest rate's a little bit higher because there is no payment on the second trust, and it is forgivable.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's a great program. Then we have other ones with a little bit lower interest rate, but there is a payment on that second.
So they basically have to keep that loan 3 years before they can refinance?
No, you can refinance. There's no prepayment penalty with the option with the slightly higher interest rate. That if you want to keep making the payment for 3 years, then that second trust is going to fall off altogether. So if you were to refinance down the road less than 3 years, you would need to pay off that second trust as well.
Okay.
So if you're comfortable with the payments and you comfortable where you're living, want to make the payments for 3 years, it's a great option to take advantage of that down payment assistance and not require to pay it back.
You should always have a lender prior to looking at houses. And the reason being is you don't want to go and actually look at something and think you qualify for it and then come to find out that you don't.